in darkness, I shall be light.
Hey, my little friends of the world.
Yeah, just get on with it. So, welcome back again, round number 4. What was an incredibly close game last round. We're going to roll it back and find out who's the better man. It's the best of 3, everything to play for still. Last game was won by Sir Eppert, and we're going to see who's going to go through to face Spirit in the next round. And just in case you were wondering why Trojan and Lafaf are already qualified into the second round, the reason is we didn't have the extra 2 players ready for the tournament on time, so they were let down unfortunately on the day and didn't meet their opponents. So they're through by default, not because they look cool or they got a funny accent or they got, you know, a pretty girlfriend. No, because there was no one to play them. So, you know, that's just the way it goes. Anyway, on with the next game. Round number 4. Let's roll it back, Eppert. And XCGGV. Booyah! Welcome back, my bros, and here we goes. We got Eppert and XCGGV, gonna roll it back again. Yeah. So, exactly the same build as before, same hero, same ability, same everything. Let's see if it's gonna be the same result. Let's see if XCGGV has got something up his sleeve, a different way to play this game to try and get one back, or let's see if Eppert's aggressive build can win again. Let's slow it right down, check Eppert's build. We're going for the double Gretchen, double boys. Almost called them sluggers again. And checking over to XC, we've got the, you know, it's pretty obvious he's going to be going double tax. With that build, with those doctrines, he's, you know, he loves his tax. Come on, what are we denying here? It's going to be interesting to see which way they play this, which way they move around the map from the early phases of the game. There are a couple of different ways you can play this. Some players like to go super sneaky and push down towards your natural, which is in Eppert's case, top left. So he could push around on the left, build a Rax or something underneath, try and get a really aggressive early game push. Against an Orc might not be so successful. Or you can just sort of play safe, try and fight for the mid, keep your barracks near your gens, you know, that sort of style. But interesting play there. He waited for the second attacking Marine squad to come out before he went out, and that's quite good because you don't want to get one of you guys caught out on his own. So it's quite a good way to do it, really. Boys heading for mid at the minute. XC's just sort of looking like he's slowly moving to his sort of the points he should be capping on his side of the map. And Eppert doing the same sort of thing, really. Nothing too crazy here. Wondering how this game's going to pan out. There's a few bubbles on this map which can be very useful if utilised correctly. Great for tackies. If you're going for a tacky spam, it's a nice map to hide in them bubbles. Not like last game, there's not as much, barely any bubbles. I don't think there's any, is there, in the last map, but anyway. So, both players monopolising. Different building this time for the Orc though. He can build looters from that, so possibly going to have some looters on the field. Good against tackies, but not so good when there's bubbles everywhere, so not sure how that's going to work. Would have been better on the last map to have looters. Would definitely say so. Both teams are just sort of trying to find a way around the map at the moment. Not a lot happening. Point exchanging. Not sure why he's leaving all his boys tucked up like that, unless he's waiting for something big to come out. Wow, aggressive rec point gen right on the midpoint. Very ballsy to put something there that early. Lag going down. Oh, getting caught out there. He's going to lose somebody, I think. No? Yeah, he lost one model. Oh no, he didn't. It was okay. Lag going down. He was going to get crashed. I'm hungry for Space Marine blood. Here we come, boys. In come the Orc. It's looking very dangerous right now. Want to get them Space Marines out there. Lou's trying to set up, get in a position, hit them, slowed. Oh, down come the drop pods. You know it. No point going for them shit bubbles. They ain't going to do anything against boys. He's split his forces up a minute. He's only got 2 tacky squads here against all this Orc force. He's obviously feeling quite confident that he can sustain the damage. And blah, he's getting burned. He needs to move them guys. Wow, 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 wow. That squad is surely going down. Had to drop the banner just to try and peel that one last squad. Is he going to get the model out? Not sure. At the minute, again, Servitor's just moving around the map, just having a look to see what's going on there. Brought his reinforcements in. He did lose the squad. Down to 3 on his second. Loot is setting up again. He needs to nade them, like now. Nade's coming in. Perfect. Still looking pretty brutal. I think Eppert needs to focus fire here. He doesn't seem to be. And there comes the Iron Maw team. Wow, really, really well placed grenade. Oh, he's going to lose the looter squad. That is no way is he making it out of there. Really unfortunate that he didn't have his Storm Boys in there for that. It would have been a really nice counter to drop them as soon as the Iron Maw dropped in. He could have still possibly won that. Wow, look how many wreck gens he's put down already. That is insane. I count 4. Super confident, super aggressive. Like I said, it just plays well into that tactical spam. He doesn't need anything for such a long time. He can rely on them for really, really long. And even into tier 2, all he needs is Laz. He doesn't need any vehicles. He just needs lots of tackies, and he can soak up so much damage and afford to lose models because he's got so many. He's got so many wreck gens down. It's an interesting playstyle. He's taken that bubble. He's got every single point on the map. If you are playing as the Orc right now, you've got to be feeling pretty naked. God damn it. I'm sure my buddy can pull it out the bag. I have faith in you. Those tacky Marines are everywhere on the map, it seems like. He's already up to 6 squads. Really, really dominant on the map. Really dominant. Just pushing Gretchens out the way. I want that point. Sir Eppert, all he can see is red, 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 red. He's trying to move around the map to grab something. If I was him, I'd sneak down to the natural of the Space Marine. He's pushed so aggressively up on this lane. Just leave your looters in your bubble and send all your squad down to his natural. Just wipe out them 3 wreck points. He knows he's going to have them. With this many Space Marines, go down there. He's not going to have a turret on it, and even if he does, send the majority of your blob down there. He's not doing himself any favours to try and quell this early game point advantage. And another one goes down. Whoa. All over the place. Look at that. And not on there. It's just wreck heaven. Requisition heaven. Tackies for days, my friends. Tackies for days. He's not even going to take the points he's going through. I think he's just looking for gens. But the obvious place is to look at the natural. That's the first place you go every time. He's making a little push here on the tower. Can easily get that. The Orcs players are way out of position here. All he needs to do is, see, this is the thing. That Space Marine player should melee all of his Space Marines, send them in there and beat that tower to death. He would have had the tower, and then he could have had all pressure on the shield straight afterwards. Now he's got to worry about wagged units. Something for him to maybe look at and realise he made the mistake of. See, now he's bought time for the Orc player, so to get his units in. And I don't know what's going to happen with the tower. Is it going to go down anyway? It looks like it is. Well, he's lost it anyway, but he could have done it, you know, a little bit easier. He's engaging with the Assault Marines this time. Playing with Assault Marines didn't bother last time. I think they're very useful against Orc players, especially for looters. Nice stun there. The suicide bomb. Oh, he's losing a lot of bodies. Both players are getting injured, but they're both committing to it. Whoa, look at that. Everyone's like half health. This is not looking good at the minute for Sir Eppert. I'm hoping he can do something to come out of it. He's got so many attack marines on the field, he's just leaving them on spare points, just so he doesn't have to even worry about them. We have no armories on the field at the minute. Look at this. Just everywhere you look on the map, it is just... He's capped everything, man. But Orcs out of all the races know how to fight out of a corner. I will give them that. I've seen Saya do it against Babalubu, however you say his name, and I saw her win. So, and she had similar to what Sora Eppert is facing at the minute. We are going to have an engagement now. A lot of attacking Marines coming over for this. Setting up looters. I'd probably set them up closer if it was me, but they're not going to really be able to range to the building here. He has got a reinforced point here, so I don't know if this is going to go well. The drop pod is coming in. It's going to interrupt the looters. What's inside? Assault Marines. They're going to get all over them looters. And a banner goes down. Lots of grenades landing, but this is not looking good for the Orc. He's going to have to move back from this. He can just reinforce all day. See, if he upgraded the reinforce on his truck, maybe he could be getting some good reinforce here, but it's not going to happen. Big war, big exchange happening here. Wow, but look how many units the Space Marine's still got. He is not scared to lose this fight. He just has so many rec points, he can just reinforce. He's playing it so well though, I mean... He's playing the tacky spam to its absolute limits, you know? But it is working out for him, so... What more can you say? On the build order, we've got another Assault Marines coming out. I really don't know what he can do. Weird Boy is on the field, and he will help with that anti-blob. And as we've seen before, Sir Eppert really knows how to lay down a fist. Did that sound weird? I'm sorry, boys. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the conflict that happens soon. We could really do with just more infantry, more point capture from Eppert though. He's not spreading out enough, he's just turreting too hard on that shield and it's not really going to work out for him. Like, even if he just sends one or two sluggers boy squads out just to harass some of those points that have got all these rec gens on them, it would just save him so much hard work trying to go up against his wall of indefinite reinforcements. Here comes the engagement. They're moving in. This is a big fight, Where's the fist going to land? This could be crucial. Oh my god, that is pain. Weird Boy, he is a savage. He has got to be the best value anti-blob hero there is. 3, it just wrecks everyone. Very vulnerable, but wow, the Space Marine took some heat. And that was a good call to back off at that point, I would say. He's used the abilities of the Weird Boys to his maximum potential. He's just moving back now. Going to lick his wounds, reinforce. The Space Marine definitely came out worse in that fight. Really good engagement, but again, he needs to be capitalising on these points and trying to move boys out there just to try and get him some map presence back, because he can't sustain the fights as well as XC is. Oh no, and Gabe is up. Gabe is up on the field. This is not good. I'm not entirely sure how much time we've got left on this. It's looking like, at the minute, if he doesn't start moving, I mean, the how long it's taken him to get the Knob squad is just really not good. Still no knobs. 13 minutes in. Not great. But I haven't lost faith. Whoa, that shield. That is the Space Marine blob. Look at the resources. He's got triples on so much. We have a push at the top to the natural. Trying to get rid of that turret. He wants him to have absolutely no resources. He's like, how dare you have 1 point. Oh, a really nice grenade. That is going to stop anyone getting a grenade. Oh my god, that slam from Gabe. He hit every single unit. How efficient was that? Wow, wow, wow. The looters there just trying to burn down that Assault Marine squad. They did get the Assault Marine squad, But the Space Marines in that bubble, they are like, let's go boys, bring it on. They're quite happy to sit in there. He isn't going to be able to do anything without a Nob squad. Boys are not going to be able to do anything. They jump in there, they're going to get eaten alive. It's going to be interesting to see if he can pull this back. I really hope you can, dude. I want to see you in the finals, my man. Look at the points all over the map. The shocking thing for me was how confident he was to put the one in the mid right at the start. It's like, if a player did that to me, I'd almost certainly find that, and that would be going down. I do wish that Eppert would just send one boy squad to the natural just to see what's down there. He probably thinks it's been listening posted, and he's like, I don't want to waste a boy squad because I'm already so far behind. But I just feel like his playstyle is a little bit too defensive. That's the only thing that's letting this down. He would have much more. He'd have much more of a. It'd be much more of an even unit sort of battle at the moment if he did have just a couple more points. Oh, big group of orcs getting ready to smash. What is going to be the outcome of this, I wonder? Oh, I wouldn't want to call it at the minute. It's a very nicely even looking fight. And that notification at the bottom of the screen, if you look now, that is to make you know that we do have an armory cam. I repeat, an armory cam. For each player, I'll be including an armory cam to let you know when one is placed and what upgrades are going down. And that is in sync at the right time of what the game's happening. Wow, what a great talk from the Orc. The Nobs have grabbed every single Space Marine, and wow, Gabriel Slam again, hitting everything. Wow, the Death Storm, the drop pod of the Assault Marines just landed and hit every single unit as well. This is a really even fight. I would say possibly Space Marines winning it at the minute, but it's, oh my god, it really is close. Those looters are just going to town. He really needs to get Gabe on that. On Assault Marines, that's better. You can see the +1 damage for the Space Marine is almost going down at the minute. At the minute, we don't have pile of guns for the Orc. The only person with an armory is the Space Marine, and it was put down at 14 minutes 54. The battle still is ensuing. Gabe is just going to town on his Orcs, but wow, look how many Space Marines are still in that bubble. And he's managed to get Kill Team Ironmore out alive, very low health, teleporting him out now, ready for redeployment. Really good to do that. Every time you can do that in a game, try and make sure you get them out. Lots of plasma on the field as well now. I noticed it was a good... He upgraded them at a really strategic time there. It was when the fight was kicking off. He knew there was a lot of infantry. He knew there wasn't many vehicles. He wanted to win the fight. So he slammed a couple of squads with plasmas just to give him that edge in the fight. Still no vehicles on the map for the Space Marine player. He's quite happy to sit here and win this with infantry alone. +2 going down on the armour. So his infantry are very strong at the moment. He's got both upgraded. And nothing for Eppert at the moment, sadly. I have faith in you, Eppert. We have some harassment bot. There we go. Good, he's pushing out. He's being brave. You can do it, son. Get out there. Show him who's boss. Cool, this is bold. He's sending a Nob squad down to harass at the bottom points. This could go terribly wrong. I'm a bit confused as to why he's not sending anything to deal with this harass at the bottom. I don't think he can. No, he hasn't got any resources to send anything down there. The only thing he can build is a Space Marine squad, tacky squad, but with the Nobs and the boys so close, I don't think he can. He really has got free reign here, but he is going to probably lose top here. LP going down, he's going to lose his only source of income. That is getting wrecked. He's now even further behind. He is trying to come back and counter. Wow, another amazing fist. Solid. I commend you, Eppert. Your fists are phenomenal. Really on point. You never miss. I'm really impressed by that. las cannons and all sorts of hell coming in here at the minute. He's going to go for a push on the shield, but Eppert has left enough here to sort of provide a decent defence. He's not stripped himself too bare on the defensive line, which is good to see. He's focusing the wild tower, which is a good thing to do. They're very expensive to build and annoying to replace. Always try and focus them when I get an opportunity to. Shield is down on the wall tower. Space Marine are pushing it. Just, he's not focusing fire. Everyone's still shooting at the wall. A lot of his infantry is shooting at the wall tower still. He shouldn't really be doing that if they're all ranged. He should get them all on the bubble. Oh, that shield's gonna go down. Stormboy's jumping into the back to interrupt those las cannons. He needs to focus fire. He should have all of his tackies on the Stormboys. He has now. Whoa! But that, again, the anti-blob. Oh my god, man! I tell you what, that hero has made his worth today. He can go home with his head held high, everyone. Head held high. Head held high. I think I'm getting a bit tired. My 4th stream in 2 days. You go, weird boy. I commend you. His weird boy play has been on point. Shield is down. His infantry are getting low. But the fact is, the shield has gone down on the bottom. But for some reason, Eppert's not doing anything with his knobs or his boys. He could send them in right now and take down that turret with them. I would imagine they'd get it. But he's not doing anything with them. He's just... I know he's got a lot to think about on this top lane, but it really should be, at this level, you're in competition with these sort of people, he should just be sending them down there just to go for that turret. It's a free turret. This Space Marine has got nothing in terms of resources. He's got enough for one Space Marine squad, which wouldn't be able to do anything against that anyway. He's getting pressed so hard here. He's doing really well to hold onto the shield. Ah, he's finally gone for it. They've finally gone for it. Go, dude. You get him, son. It's good to see he's taken that. If he'd have taken that a long time ago, it would have saved him a lot of a headache. A lot of a headache. Yes, not a lot of headaches. Or a headache. Mass headaches. Well, that's given him a much better chance. A bit of breathing space. But he does need to move them out now because Space Marines are coming in for him. Oh, the fight's still in Shoes top. This is exactly what you want. Oh, those plasma teams are going to work over that boy squad. Not going to be able to do much against the knobs though when they start shooting at them. Wow, that flame and grenade really well placed. Devs all over the place, just laying down tons of pressure, really hurting these orcs. He's lost so many squads on bottom. I can't believe that Eppert has actually had enough resources with the limited points he has had to actually fend off this attack. Shield capped again. It's so frustrating to push against an orc as a Space Marine. They've got such good reinforced. A lot of the buildings attack is, well, you know, a lot of the towers attack you back, and it's just, they can just keep reinforcing so often. The shield looks like it is going to go down. It's hanging on there by a last thread, and it's popped. Finally down just in time for the Terminators to arrive. And it's not looking good. Those Space Marines on the bottom are really hurting. Wow, the Termies are in. Laying down the heat. He should be backing his up at this point. Weird boy on the field. Nope, Storm Boys. Shame he can't get Beauty out at this point, because that could be a game changer. He's done so well to rework some of the mid points. He's got a lot of points back, even built a wall tower in the mid. Wow. So yeah, to me this is starting to look like the end. Another perfectly placed grenade there to hold them on the ground from the Ironmore team. Pinning them down with the slowing effects from the assault from the Terminators just works into them. Very little he can do here. He's won with a very small force. I think the fact that they're upgraded as well as they are really is the defining reason. Can't upgrade him anymore at the moment because he needs tier 3, which he doesn't have yet. So, but I think he can win with the +2s. Gabe is back on the field. Terminator's pushing in. We don't have a beauty up unless that's one appearing right now. That is the only thing that could change this. No, it's not. It's a weird boy. So that is it. The turret is down. And he's thrown it in, accepting defeat. Round 2 goes to XCGGV. Well played, mate. I'm excited to see how this trilogy ends in the last of the 3 rounds.